Righto. I'm changing things up a bit on this video. Just fucking stay to me. I'm going to give an introduction. I'm going to start doing an introduction. Instead of just going, here we are, Ralfy off customs, woohoo! Now, I'm going to sort of explain. So, this one will be longer than normal. Why? Because I'm fucking preempting myself with this shit I'm talking now. Basically, in this vlog, you're going to see a few of the jobs that I've got up and coming. A few of the things people have been kind enough to bring me in to sort out for them, like. And you'll see our Tony's W650 that I'm looking at off camera, you can't see. Making some struts for that and an electrics box. Sorting out our Sean's ZRX. I always get them the wrong way around. ZXR, Kawasaki 1100. Tuned to fuck. It's a bit of a stocker for me, but not my thing. But it's fucking lovely in its own right. Sorted some issues he had out. And we're back on our Dean's big red thing. Got the forks back. Fucking hell, the longest, most expensive forks in the world. I'm sure they're not, but they are to me. Fucking hell, they're ginormous. So you'll see that. So if you like what you see, please give me a like. It makes a lot of difference. Give us a thumbs up. It's on the sub. It's on the bell. Check out my friends in the description below. Like I say, from now on I'll be giving a bit of an intro. And, well, someone came up to me at the weekend to do. Lovely geezer. Big love if you're watching. And he said, you look just like on the telly but without glasses. But the truth is I don't wear fucking glasses out in the world. I wear glasses for close-up work. I can't see myself on screen, there you go, without these on. So if I've been staring a bit fucking Cyril Fletcher, well, I've not had my glasses on. I only use them for close-up work, so I wear them in the workshop for what I'm doing, and I wear them for reading, and I wear them for watching screens. Don't wear them when I'm out and about in the fucking work, because I'll lose them, and I can't fucking drive with them. I can't see that far with my glasses on, so Ralfy no glasses. Just for this intro. Check it out, lots of love. Days, we taking the scenic route because fucking why not? Right, gentlemen and lady, I've seen the stats. Here we have our Sean's Kawasaki ZRX 1100 tuned to fuck, ZZR 1100 internals apparently, and tricked out by our very own Daz. Unfortunately, there is a slight issue. It's in for me today for a longer brake line. This one's too short. Now, don't know who's bought it. It's too fucking short. There you go. And it's an inch, just an inch. Hey, there you go. And there's nowhere. I've discombobulated this. Look, there's nowhere for the fucking brake line switch to anchor because it was part of the mounting for that was part of the rear set switch. Our Sean's took off basically, but also. Not only is that going to be a cunt, because I can't weld a fucking bracket on the frame, can I? Look at it, it's all painted. I've got to rebuild the rear caliper, because it's leaking now. On close inspection, the pads are fucking toast. I'm going to message him about that shortly. And I've had to split it to rebuild it. It was actually leaking from the seal where the two join, where the galleries join, not from the calipers, from the pistons. It's drier than a baker's fart around those pistons, so if I can get those out on camera, fucking, come on, no, I can't do it, I do it after. Anyway, I'll give it all a really good clean up. Unfortunately, in the kit, the rebuild kit, unless it's tucked away in there, they don't include this one. So we're going to try and salvage it, we are. We're going to give it a good look, see if we can salvage it. If not, the job, it might be fucking split, you know. Yeah, we'll see. If not, we can replace it with a roundy that's going to squash to the flat, or the job's going to stall. Either way, and these new fucking pads, they're toast. So, yeah, we're going to make a brake line, and we're going to fit that switch, and we're going to rebuild the caliper. Happy day. Okay, so we've given these a polish. We've cleaned these up, everything. We've done the mating surfaces of the calipers on the bit of 400 grit. We'll give everything a really good fucking clean up, and there's no way that's going back in and working. That's fucked, and it don't come in the kit. So I found an O-ring. Not found. I've got a box full of them, like, but that one I'll do it, I reckon. So we'll put the pistons back in with the new seals. Put the pistons back in with the new seals, yeah. And then we'll make the two surfaces together and go from there. That's job done, that is. I can soon throw that back together. The thing that's I'm fucked, not got these. I might take a trip up to down to my local and see if he's got any. Our Tony. And I've sussed the brake light thing. The brake light thing. Come with me. Into my bits from my bike. These are the Triumph bits, and I was undecided. The brake fittings. Somewhere in here is what I'm looking for. Here we go. Ta-da! It's a banjo bolt with a pressure switch in it, so I'm going to fit that and wire that in. I'm not going to fuck about trying to mount the standard thing and sort brackets out and bullshit. Yep. I was undecided about using it on the Triumph. What I will do is show you how I'm going to do it on the shovel head, because we're keeping them with the same. And there's a little brass T-piece there, look, with a pressure switch in the brake line. Maybe not the prettiest looking at it, you know, it fits the Triumph, it fits the shovel head, doesn't it? Bless him. So yeah, that's that. Fucking easy peasy, squeeze of the lemons, bit of wiring, sorted. Well, my aunt's only out. Look what fucking I found. Tucked behind this little tub of grease that I probably won't use because I've got a fucking loads of it. They do. They fucking supply it. It's rock hard though. I mean, like, yeah. There you go. Fucking crack on. So there we have it. All fitted up. New brake line, new seals, new washers, brake light switch incorporated at the top of the master cylinder, and turn it on. I'll show you that we have a fucking brake light. Yes, we do. No leaks, good pedal, just waiting on the pads. That turned out lovely, that did. I'm well pleased. I'm glad that I remembered these. I bought a couple of them. Used one on a job, and I've just used this one, so I'm going to get another for the Triumph, I think. But either way, nice and tidy. Big improvement on how it came in, which is the idea. Absolutely. Now then, look, I'm all for a bit of packaging. I got this big box. You can see how big it is, look. It's the size of a fucking table. Come all the way from Germany, from the Germans. Have a guess what's fucking inside. Go on, have a guess. Petrol tanks, maybe. A load of oil. Don't know, welding wire and lots of accoutrement. Maybe a welding machine. Yeah, maybe it's something like a toolbox. Because you get a toolbox in there, won't you? Fucking hell. Where's a pair of handlebars? A pair of fucking handlebars. I mean, come on guys, you know. They're nice handlebars. They're from a Triumph down there. But we've got a pair of handlebars and a flyer. And a box that my missus could get in. We had a couple of additions to the fleet. Yeah, fucking unpacked. Got this for our pull. Ironhead Sports to chop. Proper 80s, I would say. There you go. Proper 80s build. Look at the lens. Look, lovely long wide glide kit. Fucking solid. His dad started building this and then became really unwell. So he's brought it to me to see if we can sort it out. First job in the running order, excuse me, is to try and get it running. Now it's been somewhere else and they've attempted a wiring harness which looks like a snake's fucking wedding. But I've got a diagram to follow for it, so first job will be getting it sparking and turning over. And checking the oil on, putting some petrol in it and seeing if it'll fire up. Awesome. Next new in, we've got our Steve's Honda calf racer. His first ever build and he's made a lovely job. It's just his electrics tray. I mean, how neat's that? Look, all tidied out and made properly. He wants this declustering, so he wants this shit gone. And his electrics tray extending up to about where this is. So he's got a bit more room to tuck things through and sort things out. Just a bit of a fettle up there. So that'll be a nice one for me. And good news, good news. These fork tubes are on the way back. Yeah, look, like that, but 4 inch longer. We're going to get rid of that big wheel and we're going to put the 21 inch front wheel in. And then we've got to sort something out with about mud guard. I'll have to check what else there is, but that will be rolling this week. That will be rolling this week. And we've got the caliper for our Dean's other chop. So maybe do a bit on that, innit? Hey, so we've got these stainless steel, 303 stainless steel ends for the fender struts for my 900 Triumph and our Tony 650 quack. Same sort of strut, same sort of job. What I'm doing, I'm just counter boring with a 4 flute end mill, half inch 4 flute end mill, to take the tap head, to take the Allen head, socket head, depending where you're from. So I just touch it on, give it plenty of oil, plenty of lube, because that's what separates us from the animal. And we're going to go 8mm deep. So there's 2, there's 4, there's 6, there's 8. Right, break that edge with a deburring knife, and that's one done. Now let's take a socket head, lovely. I'll show you them on the bench. So we've got our fender struts in kit form. Look, little countersunk stainless ends that will go on like that. And then there's a steel, mild steel, that will be welded on the frame and fitted to the mudguard. And we've got a set for me, there's mine. And we've got a set on there for our Tony's W650, so we'll do a little bit on that as well. And there we go. There's those chats welded on. You can't see inside, but they are the countersunk. I've just used a long bolt with a lock nut for the fastening. Welded into the mudguard, and they're welded onto the frame. And those nice stainless struts made up. I've also made these standoffs and welded them in place for the front mount. Focus, there you go. So I've not finished welding them obviously, but they take a bolt through this tube. And then we've got this threaded standoff that's welded on. So that's the mudguard in place. Happy days. So it's on to the battery box. Look, I've omitted to show you me marking it out, cutting it out and bending it up, but I use this little pan folder. It's fucking great. I only make small things, you know, and that is right up to the job. I do my cutting out with a slitting saw, because why not, you know. It's fucking, not a slitting saw, cut-off saw I guess it's called. Slitting saw's a milling machine. I've just bought, so that's why. No, that's a slitting saw. We don't use one of them. we use a cut-off saw, cutting disc. Clean it up with a sanding disc, bend it in a pan folder, and I'm going to TIG it. I'm going to tack it together with a TIG. Happy days. And now it is in place. We slid on. A couple of bolts going through to this strapping that I've tacked in place. Off to one side to avoid the chain. Happy days. That'll more than hold the little gel cell that's going in there. Next up, so we've got to mount this. This, I think it's a petrol tank. Or used to be a petrol tank of sorts. Although that end comes off, so I don't know quite what the fuck's going on there. So I'm going to mount that. Our Tony's going to use it as an electrics box. Okay, I'm not showing it off very well. Somewhere like that, I think. Yeah. Somewhere like that. So, we'll see what we're doing about that. And quite what's going where. Okay, in order to mount the electrics box, I'm going to make some standoffs. Like I did for the rear mudguard, only these won't taper down to 16mm because the bracket that they're going on is actually an inch. So we'll just give this a clean up and leave it. It is 20mm, which is its nominal size. We'll just give it a quick brush up with a tool. Get the fucking lathe set up right. That'd help, wouldn't it? Right, wait. See my breath now. It's getting fucking cold now. Yeah. Go on, you fucker. There we go. Give that a little clean up. Then we'll drill it out and tap it to M8. And I'm going to put 25mm long slugs off of it. So we'll make 4 of those. Alright, that's the outside cleaned up. We'll get that out of the way. And then we'll come in to the tapping size for M8, which is 6.8. We're already centred up. And we know that we want to go at least 25mm. So I'll get that done. And then I'll put a counter bore on it. And then you can join me as I'm running the tapping. Right, so we cleared the tooling out of the way and shoved this up. Give myself plenty of room. Slowed everything down. And we'll let that take that machine tap. Draw it in. Then we'll reverse it out. Once it bottoms out, just give it a little spin in the collet. Then we can reverse it out. And get it set up to part it off at 25mm long. So we've got the parting tool in, touch it off there, touch it off there, 0, and then move along 28 because the tool's 3mm thick, so 27 and a bit. There we go, 28 there. Now we're all set up with the feeds and speeds. $1 per lube, and you know why. If I have to remind you why you're not watching this channel often enough. We'll get that going, and then we'll just break that edge, dunk in the lube again. Off we go. So there we go. 1 down, 3 to go. Sorted. And there they are in place. Holding the old electrics box. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if that works for me. I don't know whether it would be better level, but then there's going to be a fucking good gap under the front. I think that I might crack that off and move it down, but we'll have to see about remounting these mounts. So I'll undo these, crack them off and lean it forward, obviously. See what that looks like. Do you know what? I can't decide. What I'll do, I'll see what Tony reckons. That's me done on this anyway. That's as far as I can get without a consultation and seeing about the seats and getting the tank and sorting the front mudguard, sorting the foot pegs and all that. So that wraps it up for this one. I think I'll throw it back up, to be fair, which is no problem. I can soon break the tacks and move it up again. We'll see what Tony reckons. Either that or he might decide not to use that altogether and to have a suitable battery electrics box made, sorry. So we'll see. Happy days. So on to the forks, Hardeen's forks. These 2-inch over tubes have come back, the most expensive tubes in the world, and I'm a bit pissed off because there's a pressed fitting in the end, look. They've machined the end off this existing, pulled that centre bit out, pressed it in there and peened it over. And they've left this one ready to be peened over, but they've not made another one of them or fitted it out. And because I only sent them one fork tube, the other one's stuck in the end of the existing. So I've got to try and get it out, fit it in that, and then go upwards and onwards from there. I've been sanding away at it thinking I could break it loose. What I'd really like to do is spin it up in my lathe and just machine it away, like they have. But I can't fit it in my fucking lathe. Now, I'm going to bring him and say, fucking look at that, it's fucked, isn't it? Oh, wow. And suggest that he lets me cut one of the tubes, because they're good for fuck all. Once the ends are out, you can't, I suppose you could fit ends again. You could press them in and then tack them with a TIG or something, you know, so all's not lost, but they're not in the best shape. See if he's going to allow me the sacrifice of cutting that off there, focus, and spin it up in my lathe. So happy days, yeah. Hardeen knows the score. He's not bothered. The old ones are fucked. Here we go then. I'm going to chop that off and then get it over to the lathe and save that insert. Right. Here we go. Look. The camera's not going to pick it up, but this damper end, I don't know what you call it, bushing, this damper bushing is no throwaway item, like. See what I see. Wait. No throwaway item, like. So we need to free the bird. We need to free the bastard, don't we? Oh, come on, fuck me. I ain't happy with that. There we go. Nah, still not fucking great. You thought it'd be around, being a machine fucking surface like, but oh, happy fucking days. That'll do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to nibble away at that lip. I was starting to do it with the sander and I thought I'm going to fuck up the bit inside if I ain't careful. I want to do it right, like. So let's just see what we got. I'm going to touch on. Just see where my feed is. Alright, bear with. Still no. Turn that round. Right, I'm going to touch on and take a light cut. Like that. And then I'm just going to keep nibbling away. A little bit at a time. Until it breaks through, really. And then we should be able to knock it out, clean it up, press it or hopefully tap it into the new one and dress that guess they end up good in there, like, you know. Then it'll be fit for purpose. Here we go. That's just broke free. That has. It's just come out a little bit. Just try touching the end. There we go. There's the swarf. Look. Yeah, it's fucking gleaming. That is. Let's just bring that round and in to where we're at. And I reckon it's just about bob on. See, look, it's just a little fucking bit holding on. We'll have that off now. A little bit more. Now it's fucking gleaming, that is. There it is. Happy days. Ooh, it's fucking warm. Ooh, we need that spring. We certainly do. And that washer. So we dropped that in parts in the hole to give it a clean. Dropped it in, it just seats against the little register that's in there. And I'm looking at the one they've sent, and they've just literally just gone round and peened this over. I've got the other end on a block of wood, don't worry. And I'm just going to work my way around, nice and steady. Remembering my days of working sheet metal when I was a tin basher. And I'll evenly pin this round just to trap it in like the standard item, which is exactly the intended fitment. They've done no special or fancy, although they've probably done it in a lathe where they could rub the end we're bearing, rub it hard we're bearing or something similar to get that final finish like, but we don't need to worry about that. It'll be absolutely spot on. So I'll show you if it'll focus. We're just working that round, look, until it's all gone, it's all smooth, it's all over, and that's trapped. And then we can build them back up. Sorted. So here's one. Oh, oily lens, come on, oily. I make these tools to knock the seals in. Make a drift that just fits over the tube and just sits inside the top of the fork bottom there, and I use that to gently tap the seal in. There's a few different ones, a few different sizes. If a job comes up that I've not got one for, then I make one. I'll stick it in my drawer and I've got it forever like. Anyway, this is all assembled, look, in this order. This is how it fits in the bike. Right? That goes in the bottom of that bushing that you've just seen me fit, cleaned. This goes down the tube, right? They sit on the outside, like that sort of thing, with that, fuck off, with that spring underneath the damper, and then that sits on there with the oil seal on top. So that's how it is without the tube in place, which is what I've done with this. What I'm doing now, got these long spacers, look, because we've got over length forks. People ask about the fork oil. How much fork oil should I use? Now I've gone over on my length of forks. Well, the truth is your damper's not changed. The volume of this bottom section and all the workings, all the fucking, these valves, look, these are all ports and valves that slosh oil in and out, and that's how your shock absorber works in your forks. And they still take the same amount of oil. So what I do, I keep one of these with the graduations on. I know these take 375 from dry, so we've filled this up to 375 from dry, and we'll continue to pour the rest of the blue goodness down the hole. It is fork oil, it's not antifreeze, I can assure you. Wait, little bit of spillage there, but you know, we're doing it one-handed, looking through the camera. And that's that, that's all in place. So we've got to force the top in, which is going to be arduous, but we'll do it. We'll rig something up to force that top in, and happy days. Get the other one built up, get them back in the bike, get the front wheel in, get it back on its wheels. Fucking long, they're long, isn't they? Wow, yeah, happy days. Righto. There you go. Forks are in. The new front wheel's in. Took the ship's wheel out. Look, I think it's going to make a coffee table out of that. I ain't even joking. And there she is. And just grab a quick screen grab. Right, I'm going to wrap this vlog up at that point. So, and I'll run a separate one with the further endeavours of the big red beast, because, as usual, and of course, the front wheel, replacement front wheel didn't go just straight in, did it? It didn't fucking just fit. Spacing's different, and I've had to take some off this spacer and put some on this spacer, and it's just mocked up. I need to work out the materials that I need to make a proper spacer for this side. And also, the fucking brake caliper now don't line up, does it? If I drop this on here, if I can, on camera, excuse me while I just fuck about. And you entertain yourselves, look. You can see there, the spacers no longer fucking line up. So I need longer spacers, and then look at the bolts, see if the bolts are long enough. One thing onto another. And I've got to do some work on the back end. Lift this up. I've got to cut this and put some in, and he's gone about changing his fucking side mounts as well. So a few bits and bobs. Look out for a further video. It just leaves me to thank you for watching, as always. I won't leave that on full lock, it looks a bit shit. It's another thing, look, that stud's fucking, that stud's bent. So there's a bit more to it there as well. Thank you for watching. Please give me a like, please give me a sub, check out my friends in the description below. Catch you on the next one. Big love everyone.